Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's events. Tonight we'll be discussing nuclear energy, its creation process, power plants, and some of its benefits. We'll begin with the creation process of nuclear energy. The first process used is fusion. Fusion is the colliding of two different atomic nuclei into one, creating one new atomic nucleus. The second is fission. Fission is the induction of a neutron into the nucleus of an atom, causing it to split immediately, creating energy. The most common element used in today's nuclear reactors is uranium-235, which undergoes this induced fission. There are currently 31 countries in the world with nuclear power plants. In those 31 countries, there are 437 nuclear power plants. Just here in the United States, there are 104 plants. There are also 5 more under construction and 16 more in the planning stages. Nuclear power plants use heat from nuclear fission to create steam to turn turbines and power generators to produce electricity. There are 3 types of nuclear reactors in these power plants. The first is the pressurized water reactor. In this reactor, there are 2 different pools of water. Your first pool is kept boiling and is used to heat the second pool of water until it boils, creates steam, turns the turbine, and produces electricity. This is done to keep the dirty water out of the electricity process. The second is the heavy water reactor. This reactor uses deuterium as its fuel source instead of uranium. The third type of reactor is the boiling water reactor. This reactor uses one pool of water to heat up and power its turbines and produce electricity. Some of the benefits of nuclear power include it's great for the environment. It's emission-free. No carbon dioxide, no nitrogen oxide, and no sulfur dioxide. It also helps prevent climate change and acid rain. It's also good for our economy. It's a lower, stabler cost, and it also helps us become self-dependent. No more coal and oil imports. We can create all of our electricity here throughout all of our nuclear power plants. The biggest and best thing to come out of the nuclear world in a while is the possibility of this nuclear fusion-fission reactor. This reactor was created to help burn off all the nuclear waste. It takes this CFNS, which is the compact fusion neutron source, and it uses both processes, fission and fusion, to counteract the fission process, thus creating the nuclear waste useless and harmless. Also, during this process, it creates more energy, thus to be used as electricity. This whole process would decrease the waste of reactors by 99%. Those are some of the things to think about when you decide to go against nuclear power. It's beneficial. It's easy. It's cheap. I'd like to thank you all for your time. Good evening and good night.